Hello everyone, this is Rami Safdar back from Nojeen, and today we are continuing our project of complete web development. So let's have a look at what we made last time. This is our main page we made, and this is what we made last time. This is our database, and this is the form which sends our data into the database. So let's just do it again. Let's say Nojeen. gmail.com. Complete web development using HTML, CSS, PHP, and JS. Add and create it. Let's refresh. And I shouldn't have done that. I should just come on. Okay, so you can see we've inserted the data and it is now here. So our insertion form is working totally fine. Now today what we are going to do is we are going to just display this data from a database onto our main page or wherever we want to do it. So this is what our index page code look like. We've included our connection file, which is connecting our page with the database. In case you've lost that file, go back 2 or 3 videos back. There is make a connection to database video. You can see that. Okay, so this is the sidebar. This is the sidebar. Now we want to show data into main. So what we're going to do is we are going to write a PHP code. I'm going to say PHP and I'm going to close the PHP tag. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a variable. I'm going to name it as get underscore data, and now I'm going to say in this variable that select, this is an SQL query, so select asterisk or star from our table name, and the name of our table is data. So we're gonna go and write data. Now we're gonna make another variable. Let's say we're gonna say data, or let's say query data. Query data, and here we're gonna say mysqli underscore query, and we're going to define 2 variables in this syntax. Number 1 is going to be con, and number 2 is going to be get underscore data, the one we made above it. Okay, don't worry, I'm going to just explain it to you in a second or two. Let me just explain this con. This is from a database, from our connection file. We made a variable there. Let me show you what it includes. Let's open up that. And this is con. This is con. We made this variable. All right, this variable makes sure that all these 4 files are working. That the SQLi query is making sure that the database host is localhost, the database user is root, there is no password, and database. So this is basically connecting to database, and this is checking the connection, that if connection fails, then what should happen. All right, so this is where the con came from. In case you not included your connection file, it will give you the error that there is no defined variable such as con. And this get data is the variable we made right here, and this total line of code means that we made a variable. This is a way of making variable in PHP, and this is starting the SQLi query, which will make sure that both of these variables are running. And now I'm going to say I'm going to use a while loop, and I assume that you all know the while loop. I'm going to say while, and I'm going to say I'm going to make a new variable, and I'm going to say row underscore data is equal to mysqli underscore fetch array. Okay, and now I'm gonna just do it like this. Okay, so we made our syntax, and in this MySQL fetch array I'm going to write that query underscore data. So don't worry, I'm going to explain it to you in a second. And now I'm going to make two variables. Number one is going to be, let's say, ID, and it's going to be equal to row underscore data, two square brackets, those single comma marks, and the name of our field, which is ID, field number one. So I'm going to say ID, and the other one is name. So I'm going to say name is equal to row underscore data, and name. Make sure that these field names are exactly same to this one, because this is case sensitive. And let's just include our email too. Row underscore email, and the field name is email, and this is it. But this will not show the data on website, because this is just calling email online 56 undefined variable. Oh, sorry, this is gonna be the row data. I'm gonna explain it to you in a second, just don't worry. Okay, this is gathering data, but this is now showing the data. So to show the data, we're gonna say echo, and in echo I'm gonna say ID. This will just display the IDs. So there are two IDs, 1 and 2, and it is displaying it, but there is no space in between. So I'm gonna just say I'm gonna just add a break tag in here, and it's gonna be totally fine. Okay. This is an error. Let's say it's fixed now. Okay, let's just go with a single comma and refresh it. There is still something wrong. Echo ID. Okay, we gotta put a dot in it. I forgot that. We gotta put this full stop in it, because otherwise it'll just consider it as a PHP code and will try to work it with the PHP line not. So this dot means that this is separated from that. Alright, and now I'm going to say echo let's say ID dot ID dot NBSP and NBSP. I hope you know about that, and in case you don't, you should look back on your HTML classes. And I'm going to say dot echo name, save it and refresh. Okay, so this is showing it, but there is something wrong. Why is it showing this? This is weird. Let's try to remove it, and let's save it, refresh it, and yep, it's working fine. So we gotta say break in here, and let's save it, refresh. Okay, so this is showing our data and fine way, but you can change styling. So let me show you how we can change styles. And for that, I'm gonna just say h. Let's say our ID is gonna be h3, and let's just start with ID. Okay, I'm gonna just go in here, and I'm gonna just say echo ID. I'm gonna just say PHP. Oh, let's close the PHP tag right here first. Save it and close it here. Okay, now I'm gonna go in here, and I'm gonna say PHP, and I'm gonna close PHP right in here. And now I'm gonna say echo and the field I want to display, and that is ID. And I want to save it. Let's remove this one. I'm gonna save it, and unexpected end of file at 971. Where is 971? PHP. What's wrong? Syntax error. Kind of ID. I've closed it. Okay. This is the problem. I have to do it right here because I was not closing this this curly bracket. Now I've closed it. I'm gonna refresh it and it's showing my 2. But why is it showing only 2? It should show 1. Okay. It is out of the loop, that's why it's showing 1, so we can go back in, I guess, but this is not going to work now. Anyways, we're going to still try it. I know it's not going to work. Yep, it's not going to work. Okay, I'm going to just remove this code, remove it from here, and I'm going to say close it right here. Let's see if it works, and it should. Okay, it's working. Okay, so this is how you make it work. It's a little weird, but I'm gonna just tell it to you how you can make it work, and then you can just say break right in here. That's gonna break it, and you can do things to it like this is H3. You can add style to it easily now. All right. Let's say I'm going to style equal to font size 15 pixels, and color is gonna be, let's say, red. It's already black. I'm sorry. Refresh, and you see this is changing its style. So this is how you do, and you can just say margin left 10 pixels, save it, refresh, and it's fine. So this is how you show your data, and you can just add styling to it. I'm gonna tell you how it is working in a second. Let me just make another thing right here. Let's say H5, and this is gonna be PHP echo our names, and or we can name that too, but this is gonna show name after we're done with our IDs, so it will show it in a separate way, which is not totally fine. So just remove the BR, refresh it, and it's still going on the other line. So there are ways you can fix it, but I'm not going into that right now. We can do it in the next video. For now, I'm just gonna tell you that how you can display the data, and you can show it color red too, and margin left be 25 pixels. So this should look fine. Yep, it's looking fine. So this is how you show your data from your database. This is how you style it too. I've done styling in it so that you can get a basic idea of it. And if you want me to do more of styling, please do comment in the video, in video, and I will make more videos about how you can fetch the data from database, and you can do styling with that. We can fix this thing up if you want us to do. So this is how you do stuff. You can do PHP echo. You can also use the email in here. Save it, refresh, and it's gonna display the email second to it, but you can change the styling of this email and stuff. So this is how you do things. Let's pan to it, and this will stay in this same line, but you can add styling to it. Let's say style is gonna be let me just tell you that inline styling is a very bad practice. You should not do it, but for the sake of learning, I'm just gonna do it right here. Black. So this is how you do it. Similarly, you can remove this F5 and just go back up here like we've done with this pen right here. So this is how you do it, and if you want me to do more of styling, I will do that. But in the next upcoming videos, we are also gonna add some data into our sidebar. We're gonna make one more table. We are gonna make a menu. We are gonna make a menu style in a style that there is a form given to a user where he can add values of that menu, that those values will be saved in here and will be dynamically loaded from database in here. And similarly, we can also go with images, and I will make sure that inshallah ta'ala we do using that. So let me just explain the code to you and I'll sign off. Okay, so first of all, we've made the variable. This variable is running an SQL query, which is select star from data. So it is selecting everything from data. This is our table name. In case your table's name is different, you should use your table name. But in my case, it's data, so I'm going to use data. Then we made another variable which is running an SQL query, and that SQL query has two things in its syntax, and those two things are con and get data. So it is making sure that these two things are working. And after that, we've made a while loop, and I believe everybody know about that if you are studying object-oriented PHP, or if you've studied C++ or any other language, you most probably know of if, while, and other loops. So in the while loop, we have said that we've made another variable which is row data, and we're gonna say this row data is gonna fetch the array, and that array should fetch this. And what is this gonna fetch? This is gonna make sure this is our query data, and this is gonna fetch the connection. That connection is working totally fine, and the connection is right here. So this is gonna fetch two things, that connection is working fine, and other thing it's gonna fetch is get data, which is select star from data. So this fetch array is triggering this one, and this one is triggering the connection and selection of data from data, that table name. Now we've made three more variables, ID, name, email, and we had another field, comments, so we could have made that too. If you want to make it, you should, and if you don't, you can just leave it as I did. So the first one is just triggering using the trigger. This is working as a trigger now. So this means that we've placed this right here, and in here we've placed this. So we're gonna say that MySQL fetch the data of this field. Similarly, we're gonna say fetch the data from this field, fetch the data from this field. So we're fetching data from these fields, and just to show it, we are saying PHP echo ID. Now let me clean this code so it's easy to understand for you guys. Okay, now let's refresh it, and here it is. Okay, it's not showing ID. Alright. So we have closed our PHP tag here, which is closing this tag, but there is a problem, and the problem is that we had our while loop which had one of its curly bracket open. So if we close the curly bracket right here, it's not gonna run the loop, and only the latest data or the latest ID will be shown. So for that, we have to keep it running, and for that we've removed one curly bracket from here. We've closed the PHP here, but we have started another PHP tag which is echoing that, and in the end, when we have done with our echo tags, we have started another PHP tag and ended a PHP tag, and in that PHP tag we've placed a curly bracket which is closing this curly bracket. I know this is a little messy, but this is how PHP works. So this PHP tag is working kind of independent in this, and you can consider this to be father or the main class, and this is the object of this class. So this is the main file, and this is a PHP which is working independently related to this file. In case if we close our curly bracket right here, it's still gonna work as it's independent of that, because we have made everything already. But the thing what's gonna happen is that it's not gonna display all of the data. It's gonna display the latest one. Let me just save it and refresh it. Alright, so it's given an error about this. Okay, so this is how PHP works. I know it's a little messy, but this is the way it works. I hope you've got it, and if in case there is still any problem, I've tried my best to solve it, but if still there is any problem, if there is anything you can't understand, please do leave a comment and I will try to solve it as soon as possible. And lately there have been users who've been asking over the source codes, and they've been asking me about source code and all that stuff, and little minor errors they're getting, and I'm really sorry that I've been saying that I'm making a website, and to be very honest, I am, but due to the workload and due to my ongoing studies, I get very little or no time to make a full-fledged website. But I've made a little bit of design. It's just totally the header right now, so I just don't want to show it, but I'm working on it, and soon, inshallah, maybe in this week or maybe in next week, I can't promise, but I'm working on it, and I'm trying my best to do it as soon as possible, so that you guys don't have to ask me for the source code again and again. I will just upload that source code on the website, and you can just go there, download it, and do it as many times as you want to do it. So till then, if you have any problem, do comment, and if you need to revise all the things, go back in this playlist and you can get everything what we've done till now, and I will see you in the next video.